In a move that has Cowboys fans buzzing, wide receiver George Pickens has officially signed his franchise tag, securing a hefty $27.3 million salary for the 2026 season. The question now is, what's next for Pickens and the Cowboys? Where are you watching from? And what are your thoughts on this development? With Pickens officially locked in, the immediate future seems to be headed in a predictable direction. The Cowboys have made it clear that they don't plan on negotiating a long-term contract extension with him in 2026, which hints at a one-year arrangement. For fans, this could be seen as a double-edged sword. On one hand, this setup may fuel Pickens' motivation to have a standout season as he plays for his next contract. The prospect of a highly motivated player in a contract year could lead to impressive numbers on the field, which is undoubtedly a positive for Dallas. However, lurking in the shadows is the possibility of a trade. While the Cowboys have consistently stated that they have no intention of moving on from Pickens, the signing of the franchise tender opens the door for trade discussions. It's a delicate balance. One minute, fans are reveling in the idea of Pickens lighting up the field, and the next, there's a nagging uncertainty about whether he could be dealt away. Remember, the Cowboys acquired him from the Pittsburgh Steelers after the 2025 NFL Draft for a 2026 third-round pick. Given his performance last season, Dallas could potentially command more in return than what they initially invested, should they choose to explore trade options. There's no denying the potential benefits of having Pickens suit up for the Cowboys this year. His presence on the field could elevate the offense, especially in a contract year when players often push themselves to new heights. But the lingering trade speculation adds a layer of intrigue and anxiety for fans. Will the Cowboys stick to their guns, or could they pivot if the right offer comes along? As we navigate through this uncertain terrain, it's essential to keep a close eye on the developments surrounding Pickens. The implications of his performance could be significant, not just for his future, but for the entire Cowboys organization. Will he rise to the occasion, or will the trade winds blow him away from Dallas? Now, let's shift gears and take a look at what else is happening around the team, as there are more intriguing storylines to unpack.
The Dallas Cowboys find themselves at a crucial juncture with star wide receiver George Pickens. After signing his franchise tag tender, Pickens is now poised to earn approximately $27.3 million in 2026. But don't let that figure fool you into thinking this is a settled matter. NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero has thrown a curveball into the equation, suggesting that the Cowboys might entertain trade offers for Pickens if the right package comes along. On the Rich Eisen show, Pelissero underscored the precarious nature of Pickens' situation, stating, "What's more likely at this point is George Pickens plays on the tender. Because we know that the Cowboys have already said, we're not going to do a long-term deal. We're not going to talk about it. He's going to play on the tender. He's a valuable piece to the team. However, that value could be reevaluated should another team come knocking with an enticing trade proposal." Pickens, with his impressive 2025 season stats, 93 receptions, 1,429 receiving yards, and 9 touchdowns, has shown he could be a game changer. The wide receiver market is booming, and it's reasonable to assume he would command a far greater salary if he were to secure a multi-year deal elsewhere. Furthermore, with the 2026 NFL Draft behind us and many teams still searching for a top-tier wide receiver, the urgency could lead to some aggressive trade discussions around the former second-round pick. Yet we must consider the Cowboys' current financial landscape. With significant investments already tied up in Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Quinnen Williams, it becomes clear why the franchise is hesitant to commit to a long-term arrangement with Pickens at this time. While the signing of the tender is a step forward, it's also a double-edged sword. Pickens has displayed a fiery temperament, and if he feels undervalued in Dallas, he could make his dissatisfaction known, potentially creating a rift within the locker room. The dynamics here are intricate. The Cowboys are faced with a valuable asset in Pickens, but they are also navigating a delicate balance between managing their salary cap and ensuring team cohesion. It's a situation that warrants close scrutiny as the season progresses. Cowboys fans should keep a watchful eye on this evolving narrative. Will Pickens remain a key contributor in Dallas, or will his path lead him elsewhere? As we transition to our next segment, the implications of these decisions will be pivotal for the Cowboys' future. Stay tuned for further analysis on how this roster shakeup could affect their playoff ambitions. An electrifying twist for Dallas Cowboys fans. The rumor mill has been churning following George Pickens' recent announcement. On a Wednesday appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport dropped a significant bombshell. Pickens has informed the Cowboys that he is set to sign the franchise tag, valued at approximately $27.3 million for the 2026 season. This critical development not only secures Pickens' immediate future, but also opens the door for potential trades, raising questions about his long-term commitment to Dallas. Now, before we dive deeper, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what's your take on Pickens and his future with the Cowboys? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Picking up on this news, Pickens did indeed sign the franchise tag later that day, which immediately places him in a position where he can be traded to a team willing to negotiate a lucrative extension. However, the Cowboys have made it abundantly clear that they're not looking to offload Pickens at a bargain price anytime soon. Rappaport noted that while he would be surprised if Pickens is traded, he isn't ruling it out entirely. The Cowboys' executive vice president, Stephen Jones, has stated unequivocally that Pickens is integral to the team's plans moving forward. Yet, there are complexities at play here. Rappaport pointed out that trading Pickens post-draft presents its own set of complications. Any draft assets the Cowboys might gain from such a deal wouldn't be beneficial until the 2027 season at the earliest. Moreover, Pickens has faced maturity questions since entering the league in the 2022 draft, which could deter suitors from offering multiple picks for a player they would then need to sign to an expensive long-term deal. Adding to this narrative, Jones reiterated his stance during the 2026 NFL draft, stating, "We have no intention of moving George." This is a clear message aimed at both fans and potential trade partners. Pickens is a Cowboy, and the organization is committed to keeping him in the fold. So what could this mean for Pickens? Rappaport believes that Pickens will play out the season for the Cowboys, performing at a high level and either signing a substantial deal with Dallas next year or potentially walking away for a hefty contract elsewhere. This is where the stakes get high for both the player and the franchise. Having secured the franchise tag, Pickens has shown he's not willing to sit out regular season games in protest over a lack of a long-term contract. This indicates a professional commitment, at least for the immediate future, and suggests that he will be on the Dallas roster when the 2026 season kicks off in September. For Cowboys fans, this could be a pivotal moment. Pickens has the potential to be a key player in our offense, and his performance this season could dictate not only his future, but also the direction of the Cowboys as a franchise. If he can live up to the expectations that come with such a lucrative tag, the Cowboys may find themselves in a strong position next year, whether that means locking him down permanently or leveraging his talent in a trade. As we wrap up this segment, the uncertainty surrounding Pickens serves as a reminder of the ever-evolving nature of the NFL landscape. With trade rumors swirling and the draft behind us, the Cowboys find themselves at a crossroads. How they navigate this situation will be crucial for their success moving forward. Keep the conversation going in the comments about what you think the Cowboys should do with Pickens. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on our beloved Dallas Cowboys.